Hello, Bianca. I was just wondering how to put the heating on. It's quite chilly in the house, and I was hoping to warm up a bit.
Oh, your heating panel is under the stairs. You just have to press the button on the side a couple of times and the heating should come on for a few hours.
Oh no, dear. I know how to operate my heating. I'm not a simpleton. I wanted to know where your heating controls are.
Why do you want to know where my heating controls are?
Because I'm at your house, of course. Please try to keep up, dear. It's quite exhausting having to repeat myself all the time.
Yeah, it's just, why are you at my house while we're away? I never agreed to it, and how did you even get inside? You don't have a key.
Oh, Jacob made me one last year when you went on holiday to Spain for a week. He said I needed it just in case something happened to the house whilst you two were away.
Okay, that makes sense, but why are you using it to go into my home whilst I'm not there? You have your own house to live in, so I'm not quite sure what you're doing in mine.
There's no need to be so snappy about it. I'm only here because I was after the recipe of the chicken that you made the other day. It was very tasty, and I wanted to make it again for myself and some friends. I thought I'd come and get the recipe myself instead of bothering you about it.
Well, I don't mind if you want the recipe, but I really would rather you ask me for it instead of helping yourself into my home.
But Jacob gave me the key, and he knows that I come in here all the time. The only reason I messaged you today was because he was busy and I couldn't get a hold of him to ask him where the heating was.
Hang on. What do you mean you're in there all of the time?
Well, when I get bored, I come over and just hang out. It's not that big of a deal, really.
Not a big deal. That's my home. I don't want people just helping themselves to it when I'm not there.
Don't get so worked up. Jacob knows I'm here.
Well, he never told me. Hang on. Is that why things have gone missing? Like the desserts that I made for Jacob and I? And the steak that I was going to cook for our date night?
I might have helped myself to a few things from the fridge. I didn't realize that you were going to use them for a date night. Honestly, you should really write your name on things if you don't want anyone to use them.
It's my house. I shouldn't have to do anything. It's a given that everything in that house is mine and Jacob's.
Don't be so selfish, Bianca. It's good to learn to share. Anyway, I can buy you a steak and some puddings if it really means that much to you.
That's not the point, Lola. The point is that you just waltzed into my home and helped yourself to things that are most definitely not yours. What else have you taken? I noticed that a few of my favorite shirts have gone missing, along with my favorite scarf. Was that you? Have you taken them?
I might have borrowed a few things. Jacob said it was okay, and I planned on returning them once I was finished with them.
Oh my god, Lola, you can't just take my things.
Jacob said it was fine, and I'm more inclined to listen to my son than his wife.
I don't care what Jacob said. These are my things, not his. I have bought them with my own money, so Jacob has no say over what happens with them. You can't just take them without even asking me if you can even borrow them. And another thing. I don't really want you in my home when I'm not there. Could you please leave?
Fine, but I'll be telling my son how you've treated me today. Just you wait.
Well, don't worry. I've got a few things that I need to say to him myself.
Bianca, why were you so horrible to my mom this afternoon? What has she done to deserve such a vitriolic reaction from you?
What do you mean I was horrible to her? I wasn't anything of the sort. All I did was tell her that I don't want her in our house when we are not there.
That's not all you did. She told me that you screamed at her about borrowing your things and that you were incredibly rude when she told you that she accidentally ate the food you bought for our date tonight. How could you be so mean to an old woman like that? Especially when she's not even done anything to you. I really don't appreciate you treating my mom that way.
Hang on a moment. I never screamed at your mom. All I did was tell her that I don't want her taking my things without asking me first. And yes, I was annoyed that she had eaten the food that I planned to cook for us, and I believed I have a right to. but I didn't yell or scream at her about it.
Well, she said you did.
So you're just going to believe her over me? I can show you our text messages if you want.
I don't need to see the chat between you two. All I want is for you two to get along. To be honest, you've always been a little standoffish with my mom. I get that you're a little jealous of her and all the attention I give her, but it can't be helped, really. I'm her only son, and she raised me all by herself after my dad left us. I can't just abandon her now because I married you. You really need to work on being a bit kinder and more open to her. If she wants to go around to our house when we're not there, I'm fine with it. Her house is old and practically falling down anyway. With how drafty it is there, it really is better if she spends her days in our home. At least that way she won't get sick.
Fine then. If she's going to be spending time in our home while we're not there, using our electric and heating and everything else, she can pay a certain amount towards our bills every month.
What?
Well, if she's using our home during the day, then she'll be increasing all of our bills. If she wants to do that, then she'll need to contribute to the bills as well. It's likely that everything could go up at least a few hundred a month with how often she leaves all of the lights on and everything. And what about the food that she's eating? I've been buying twice as much food because I thought you were raiding the fridge at night.
Well, I can't really ask her to do that.
It's either that or she can't go round.
I can't leave her in her house. Like I said, it's practically falling down because of how old it is. She'll freeze there.
Look, I understand that you want to look after your mom, but maybe we could come up with a compromise? How about we take a look at how much it'll cost to get the house done up a little bit? I'm sure if we put our finances together, then we can at least plug up any cracks and drafts that might be coming through.
Yeah, that might actually work. I'll have a word with my mom about it.
Okay, let me know what she says.
Hey Bianca, Jacob told me what you discussed last night, and I would be grateful if you could help me out.
Of course. Like I told Jacob yesterday, I'd be more than happy to put our finances together and see if we can get something done for you.
Well, actually, in regards to that, I couldn't help but notice last time I was around your house that you actually have quite a bit of money lying around in your bank account.
Huh? What do you mean? How on earth would you know what is in my bank account?
Well, I was just doing a bit of tidying up for you and happened to come across some of your bank statements. $45,000 is quite a bit to have tucked away.
Hang on.
I was just thinking, with that kind of money, you could pay to have my house done up completely, like renovated to the max. Of course, you and Jacob would get the house once I was gone, and it'll probably have gone up in value by then as well. It's a win-win for all of us.
Okay, you need to slow down, Lola. First of all, why on earth did you think it was okay to go through my bank statements? I keep those in a drawer in my home office, so I know that they weren't just lying around. You have to have gone and purposely snooped through my things to find those. As well as that, how dare you decide what I should do with my money?
Well, it's not just your money now, is it? It's my son's as well, considering he's your husband.
Actually, it's neither of ours. That belongs to my mom.
Huh? I thought your mom was in a care home and too senile to even know what money is anymore.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about my mom like she was an idiot. She has dementia. And yes, she is in a care home. However, that money is still hers. I'm simply her financial caregiver, so that she doesn't end up losing it to scammers. But that doesn't mean I can spend it on whatever I want. It's all used to facilitate her care and to give her the best quality of life that she can have.
Look, not to be mean, but your mom likely doesn't have long left. I'm sure she'd appreciate the money going towards helping her daughter and her family out more than having it sit in a bank account doing nothing. You're in charge of the money, so technically you can do anything you want with it. Besides, it'll be yours when she passes on. So why not just use it now when it'd be really helpful? I mean, it would sure help me out.
No, that's not happening.
We'll see what Jacob has to say about this. I want my renovated house, Bianca, and I'll be getting it whether you like it or not.
Bianca, what's this that my mom's on about? We have $45,000 that you're not telling me about?
No, we don't. As I told your mother, that money is my mom's. I'm just her financial caregiver. That doesn't mean I get to spend it as I please. It all goes towards keeping my mom as happy as possible and paying for her spot in the care home.
Oh, don't give me that rubbish. Your mom has no need for that much money. We can use that to do up my mom's house properly, like she's asked us to. And like she said, we could probably sell it on for more when she dies too.
That would be 20 years from now, at the very least. And like I told your mother, that's my mom's money, so I'm not doing anything with it. In fact, it's actually illegal for me to do so.
No one would care. I mean, your mom will probably die soon anyway, and to be honest, it'd probably be better if she did. She's not really contributing anything to our lives.
How can you say that? You know how much I love my mom. She means the world to me. How can you be so callous? Sometimes it strikes me how much you've changed since we got married, and not for the better.
Look, I'm just being realistic. That money's going to waste when we could really use it.
You mean your mom could really use it?
So what if she could? We'll get it back and more probably, eventually.
You know what? I can't do this anymore.
Can't do what?
You might not care about your mom and look forward to her dying, but I'm trying to give my mom the best life she can have with whatever time she has left. I want to spend my time with her and make sure that she's comfortable, not planning about how to spend all of her money. Oh, and don't think that I don't know that you've been seeing someone behind my back.
What? No, I haven't.
Oh, please, I'm not an idiot. All those times you had to stay late at work. Yeah, I know you were really sneaking off to spend time with that coworker of yours. In fact, I've been planning to do this for quite some time now. I just needed to gather enough evidence so that the judge would rule in my favor.
Judge? Favor? What are you on about?
Jacob, I want a divorce.
What?
I've already submitted all of the papers, and because I have evidence of you cheating, the judge is sure to dissolve our marriage.
Wait.
My lawyer will be in contact soon. Goodbye, Jacob.
So, I've just had the bill from the contractors. They've almost finished tearing down all of the old foundations and are ready to start putting new ones up. I just need you to sign the bill and pay them before they'll begin construction, though. I can't wait to get out of this dingy little flat. Bianca? Hello?
Oh, hello, Lola. What did you want?
I need you to pay the builders working on my house. They won't start any new construction until they've been paid a deposit up front.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to talk to Jacob about that. It has nothing to do with me.
Oh, don't give me that. You're the one with the money, remember? We're using the money from your mom's account, your inheritance.
I don't remember ever agreeing to that. Besides, Jacob and I are no longer together, so anything to do with you has no bearing on me anymore.
What? What do you mean no longer together?
We got divorced. I discovered your son was cheating on me, and the whole thing with my mom's money really was the last straw. I filed for divorce weeks ago. I'm not too surprised he didn't tell you, though.
But what about my house? It's practically in pieces. I need the money to build it again.
That's not my problem. I never even agreed to it in the first place. You'll have to take it up with your son.
But surely, with divorce, Jacob gets half of the assets and money.
Unfortunately, that's true. But considering he was the one to cheat, I got the most in a 70-30 split.
And the $45,000? 30% of that is still $12,000 roughly.
And like I said, that isn't my money. It's my mom's. No one can touch that but her. Really, you should try and listen better. It's quite exhausting having to repeat myself.
Why, you little...
Yeah, I'm just going to cut you off there. I really have no reason to talk to you anymore, so don't contact me again, okay?
But where's Jacob?
I don't know and I don't care. Good luck with your house, or more like a pile of bricks now. See ya. After that, I didn't bother contacting Jacob or his mom again. I spent as much time as I could with my mom and made sure she was comfortable until the end. I did end up inheriting the rest of her money, and thanks to Lola, I decided to invest it into doing up properties and then selling them on. I ended up making quite a lot of money from doing this, and it's all thanks to Lola suggesting I do it with her house. And coincidentally, I did end up doing it to her home, only she had sold it off by then. It was in complete disarray as the builders had left the moment they knew they wouldn't get paid. I ended up fixing the house up pretty nicely and sold it on for a lot more.
Jasmine, I'm sorry. We just got married and they sent me on this long business trip. At least I survived the first day of it.
Don't work too hard. And don't worry about the business trip. I knew before I married you that they were part of your job. I've got a business trip coming up too, so I know how you feel.
We all just started living together and now I've got to leave you alone with my mom. I'm really sorry about that. She's not making you feel awkward, is she? She's not making you do strange things, is she?
Why are you apologizing? I told you it was okay. Your mom's pretty nice.
Really? Well, that's good.
Well, let's see. I had an online meeting for work. And after that, your mom said she wanted to try to build a doghouse. So we went to a building center and bought some lumber and supplies for it.
Huh? A doghouse? Is my mom planning on getting a dog?
I guess. I asked her if she was buying a dog, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer. She said that it's still a secret. She seems to have a playful side to her. I don't really know what she's planning.
I didn't know my mom liked dogs. I remember when I was a kid, I brought home a stray dog, and my mom got really mad at me.
Yeah, but now that your dad has died, maybe she gets really lonely when nobody's around.
I guess that's possible. But anyway, that makes me happy. I've always wanted to have a dog.
Then I'm glad I could help your mom with this. I'm really good at DIY projects, so I'll help her make an awesome doghouse.
That sounds great. Do your best. Now I've got one more thing to look forward to when I get home.
Ha ha ha. If she gets the dog before your business trip is over, I'll take a bunch of pictures of it for you.
Please, take a lot of pictures and post them for me to see. Oh, I'm going out to dinner with some coworkers now. I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Okay. I'm just gonna take a shower and go to bed soon. Good night. Bruce, you're still at work, right? When you see this message, please reply. I really want you to come home soon.
Sorry, Jasmine. The meeting went long and I couldn't reply to you any sooner. What's up? Did something happen?
Bruce, your mom locked me out of the house.
Huh? My mom? Locked you out? Why?
I don't know. I was having tea with your mom and all of a sudden I got really sleepy. And the next thing I knew, I woke up outside. And she just had a couple of neighbors over, and they were all pointing and laughing at me. She was telling them I was a useless daughter-in-law, so she's starting to train me now.
Train you? What's that supposed to mean? Where are you right now? What are you doing?
I'm tied up outside the doghouse.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite understand what's going on right now.
I don't understand what's going on right now either. If your mom sees me talking on the phone, she'll likely come out here.
You're saying you're tied up outside in the doghouse? Like a dog?
Yes. Well, I'm not actually in the doghouse, I'm beside it, but How did this happen? Your mother had to have carried me outside and done this to me while I was asleep. Luckily, I had my smartphone in my pocket and she didn't notice. But not just that. Listen to this. She left dog food out here in a bowl for me for dinner. This is disgusting. If nobody else sees me like this, I guess it's not so bad, but...
No, everything about this is bad. I honestly have no idea what's going on right now.
Is something wrong with your mom? Does she actually think I'm a dog?
No, that's not possible. You said you're tied up outside. Is there any other way for you to get the chain off?
But one of my friends said she's going to sneak into the backyard and try to help me out. The collar around my neck is leather, so she thinks she can cut it off with a good pair of scissors.
I see. Oh, sorry, I'm not being very useful. I'm kind of panicking right now. I'm gonna try to get back there as fast as I can.
Bruce, I'm sorry, but thanks.
No, this isn't your fault. It's my fault. Oh, I'm really sorry. If I knew something like this was gonna happen, I never would have let my mother live with us. I'll do anything you want. Just please forgive me.
You said your last girlfriend really hated your mother, didn't she? 'Cause your mom was mean to her? You told me it likely wasn't a good idea to have her live with us, but I said it was okay, so this isn't your fault. But I didn't care about your mother's past. I wanted to give her a chance, so I said it was okay for her to move in with us. Besides, after your father passed away, I thought it would be really lonely to make her live by herself.
Well, leave everything up to me. I'll take care of this. If my mom comes out again before your friend gets there, just pretend that you don't know anything. And that you haven't been talking to anyone.
Okay. I like to think that everything happens for a reason. That must mean there's a really important reason for all of this, huh?
Oh, I don't know. But all I can do is apologize. I'm really sorry, Jasmine.
I might as well take a selfie while I'm like this. It's not every day something like this happens to you, huh?
Huh? Well, I guess not.
Well, when you get home, I'll show it to you. Be careful on your way home. Hey, Bruce! It's terrible! Jasmine is gone! Brucey! Reply to me when you get this!
What?
What do you mean, what? Jasmine is gone! She's disappeared! When I woke up this morning, she wasn't anywhere to be seen!
Mom, what did you do?
What did I do? Nothing at all! If I had to guess, it might have something to do with the little joke I played on her yesterday.
What? A joke?
Listen to this. That girl is always smiling and acting like nothing is ever wrong, right? It's foolish, so I had to teach her a lesson. With that girl, in that situation, it was great. Me and the other neighbors were laughing so hard. I wanted to show you, too.
I heard all about it. From Jasmine.
What? You heard already? Huh? Wait, how'd she get a hold of you?
Well, obviously because she had her smartphone with her. That's how she was able to contact me. The question is, why did you do such a thing? What's wrong with you?
I told you it's trading. I was teaching her a lesson.
Why are you always getting in the way of everything I do? You've been doing this ever since I was a kid. The first girlfriend I ever had, back in grade school, do you remember? You gave her a present, saying it was from me, but it was just a dead cockroach in a box. And remember when I was in college and my girlfriend came over? You teased her because her father left her when she was young. You said it was probably all her fault. Jasmine heard about all the terrible things you've done. Yet she still let you live with us because she didn't want you to be alone after Dad died. I was against it, but she kept saying how sad you'd be all alone. How could you do such a thing to such a kind-hearted person?
Oh, Brucey. It was just a little joke. Don't take everything so seriously.
What you did isn't a joke. I think you've gone insane.
Look, It's all because she's so weak-willed, don't you think? And she's got that stupid job. What is she? A stylist? I don't know why she chose such a stupid career path. And besides, a woman shouldn't work. A woman should be dedicated to her home.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. And anyway, she did stop working full-time when we got married. She works mostly from home now, and only a couple days a week. So that excuse for hating her doesn't make any sense.
It's not just that. There was another reason I was trying to teach her a lesson last night.
What could it possibly be? Tell me.
I know all about it. That girl is keeping a terrible secret.
She has a secret?
I don't really want to tell you, but that girl is cheating on you.
What? No, Jasmine wouldn't do anything like that.
It's true. I've talked to the neighbors about it, and they agree that there's no mistake in it. Sometimes while you're working, she'll pack up a large bag and leave the house. And she comes back in another man's car. Other people from the neighborhood have seen this too.
So what?
I snuck around her room and found out what she has in her bag when she leaves. I knew there had to be proof of it in there. Do you know what I found in there? Lots of strange leather clothes. And lots of belts, too. It was full of things that regular people would not use. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. If she's wearing things like that and using all the things she had in there, she's doing something strange.
I see.
I just wanted to save you from her. That's all I've ever wanted to do. That's why I do the things that I do. So that's why Jasmine is gone. She's probably run off to that lover of hers who likes those sick, perverted things.
That's not it.
How can you be so sure of that?
Because that lover of hers who likes all those things is that singer you love so much. That guy you're so crazy about.
What?
That guy that you and all the other old women around here are so into. That singer that you guys are always talking about, Johnny J. Jasmine was his stylist.
Huh? What? Johnny J?
That's right. Ever since he came here and got his big break, Jasmine has been his head stylist. He trusts her. Even though she quit working to stay home, he still calls her sometimes to help out with important things.
You mean she meets with Johnny J?
That's right. It's her job.
Can I meet him too?
I knew this would happen. That's why I was trying to keep it a secret from you. I know you, and I knew if you knew about this, you'd boast about it to everyone you know. You're gonna bug Jasmine to get his autograph or a picture of him, aren't you? That's why I didn't want to tell you. All the stuff that you saw in Jasmine's bag is just possible props for a new music video that he's making.
Huh? Oh, a new music video. You're kidding. Johnny J's new video?
What I'm trying to say is Jasmine isn't doing anything wrong. So stop jumping to conclusions. She's not cheating. And make sure you tell all of your friends and neighbors she's not cheating.
Okay, I understand. Leave it to me. At any rate, what should I do? If Johnny J is that close to Jasmine, I'm sure she could get me free tickets to his concerts.
Well, she probably could. Even though she quit working for him, he still calls on her to help out sometimes.
I'll have to apologize to Jasmine.
You'd better. But I don't know. You probably won't get a chance to. We don't plan on ever going back to that house again.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? You let all your neighbors see her tied up like a dog, and you told them all she was cheating on me. Why would she ever want to go back to that place again? And I don't plan on going back there either.
But it was all just a big misunderstanding.
That doesn't give you the right to do what you did. You're supposed to be an adult. But you still can't distinguish between what a person should and shouldn't do?
Look, I'll apologize for everything I've done so far. I'll even get on my knees and beg for forgiveness if you want me to. I'll do anything. Please, I want you and Jasmine to come back here. I'll be nice from now on. I promise. We'll have an even better relationship than we had before.
You literally treated my wife like a dog. We could never have a good relationship with you. Besides, I know you're only thinking about Johnny J now. It's so obvious. You make me sick. Oh, and I'm selling that house.
What are you thinking of doing?
That's what I should be asking you.
Aren't you rushing things just a little bit?
I decided yesterday. I guess it is a little sudden, but oh well.
Hold on, okay? If you sell this house, I'm not going to have a place to live.
What do you mean? You have a new house, don't you?
Huh?
You can use it as much as you want. You've got that doghouse.
My mother-in-law immediately messaged me to apologize. She said she wished she would have talked to me about everything before it all came to this. But through our conversation, it became clear that she was only being nice to me because I know Johnny J. She told everyone she knew that I was working for Johnny J and that I still help him out with things sometimes. The old women from the neighborhood all apologized to me for the incident at the doghouse, too. But the next thing I knew, everyone was hounding me for tickets to Johnny J's next show. I was surprised that they really hadn't changed at all. I just told them all that my mother-in-law had lied to them about that, and that I didn't know Johnny J at all. My mother-in-law was labeled as a liar, and everyone in town stopped talking to her. Bruce and I hired a moving company to pack up all of the things in the house and take them out for us. When that happened, his mom knew that he was serious about what he had said before. She was crying the whole time they were moving things out. Of course, they didn't put any of my mother-in-law's belongings in the truck with our stuff. They set all of her things outside by the doghouse, just like we told them to. I guess our plan to have her live with us so she wouldn't be lonely kind of backfired. But I'm glad I was able to help make the doghouse for her. By the way, I still have the selfie I took that night in the camera roll on my phone. It's been years since all of that happened. I think everything happens for a reason. I've got a great story to tell about my mother-in-law now, and I never get tired of telling it.